It is your perception that creates pain or peace into your life. Welcome to the channel. My name is Kelly Armitage. I'm a trained counsellor, coach, cognitive behavioural therapist, TEDx speaker, and also the creator of the accredited therapy technique called A.S.K. This is my book that came out 2 weeks ago. Now, before I go into perceptions, I just wanted to let you know that there's a link under my profile picture, and that has lots of resources and support for you. 7 mini self-study courses from self-love to past trauma, sessions that you can get with myself or one of my team, a qualification for therapists and coaches that wish to train with me, and of course my book, A Serenity Kit. Okay, so perception. It is your perception that creates pain or peace in your life. Studies show that we have between 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day. Perceptions, ideas, narratives, opinions, judgments. When we think a thought, the body is like a sensitive instrument responding to every perception that we are creating. If we create a perception of resistance, criticism, and judgment, that will have corresponding emotional states such as boredom, irritation, frustration, anxiety, anger, jealousy, guilt, sadness, depression. Conversely, if we have perceptions of peace, that will create corresponding emotional states of contentment, acceptance, compassion, forgiveness, confidence, motivation, gratitude. So, what we want to do is look to cleanse out the perceptions of judgment. Now, we can even break down the perceptions into 3 categories, and I talk about this in my book, Chapter 2, The Perception. The 3 categories of perceptions of judgment are judgments and criticisms and resistance targeted towards yourself for your actions and behaviours, targeted towards others for their actions and behaviours, and targeted towards unwanted external conditions. So here's an example. I don't like that I ate all the donuts again. A perception of criticism and resistance and judgment to yourself for your past actions. And another example, a perception of criticism targeted towards somebody else. I don't like how they parent. This is a perception of judgment, criticism, and resistance directed towards someone else for their behaviours. For an unwanted external condition, it could be, I don't like that it's raining. These thought narratives of resistance are creating your pain. In order to have a more successful, happy, fulfilled life, we want to look to cleanse out these judgmental perceptions. A, to have a more enlightened mind. B, to feel better, to have emotional intelligence, to feel the states of contentment, happiness, motivation. So you can test right now, how am I perceiving my past? Every one of us has forms of past trauma in our past, specific emotional and or physical hurts that have occurred to us. And some people have more past trauma than others, more emotional and or physical pain. Now, even though the initial emotional and or physical hurt occurred, your perception that you created in that moment and are carrying forward to this moment creates accumulated trauma. So yes, the initial hurt occurred, but how you are perceiving the event, how you are perceiving your actions or other people's actions are accumulating anger, rage, resentment, sadness on top of the original wound. We can, number 1, validate the original hurt. This helps to somatically heal it out. Number 2, we can work on our perception about that past event. This is beneficial because we want to release the past. We want to surrender the past. We need to be at peace with the past. Self-acceptance is how much you value and appreciate and like yourself today. Well, we need to like, value, and appreciate every event that we've, gone through. Because in the value and appreciation of those past events, you surrender it, you let go. You learn the lesson that that event presented to you. So here's an example. Say you were abandoned as a child in the past. Yes, that abandonment wound was formed. And then specific beliefs, perceptions that have been created about that past event about yourself. I am unlovable. I fear rejection. I fear abandonment. We need to clear A, the original abandonment trauma, and B, the painful perceptions directed towards yourself and others. They will hurt me, cheat on me, leave me, abandon me. Ask a Serenity Kit helps you to not only identify the past event, but somatically shift out the trauma. That's chapter 4, the process. So chapter 1 is the purpose, chapter 2, the perception, chapter 3, the pain, chapter 4, the process. We need to process out our original emotional trauma. This book shows you how to do that. And cleanse the perceptions of judgment directed towards self, others, that are creating all of your pain. Another technique, another exercise. Let's do it right now. What are you not liking in your life? So, a perception of judgment. I don't like such and such. I don't like something in my life, something in my career, my relationships, my finances, my health, my body image. Here's some examples. I don't like my boss, he's a bully, creating reenactment of bullying trauma. I don't like my financial situation, creating reenactments of scarcity. I don't like that I ate all the donuts yesterday, creating a reenactment of comfort eating patterns. I don't like that I had a narcissistic ex, creating reenactment of narcissistic abuse for the future. I don't like that my hair's thin, creating a reenactment of, thin hair. Your perceptions of judgment directed in an emotional power of pain or peace sets up the relevant behaviors, actions, rituals, and routines that create that life area. We want to cleanse out these perceptions of judgment to have better emotional states and better life results. If you continue to have the judgmental perception, this will create a stagnation and a declining of current conditions, a declining of your finances, your career, your relationships, your health, your parenting. An example for parenting, I don't like that I shouted at my child yesterday. I feel so much guilt. This guilt will create more stress. And how can you change that possible learned behavior of shouting with that judgment? It is judgment that causes all of the stagnation and declining of conditions in your life. Ask a Serenity Kit has been here for 12 years actually. I launched this back in 2015. This will help you with your judgmental perceptions, with your emotional states of pain, and with your picked up habits that don't serve you. So make sure you get that. And yeah, I'm going to be coming onto YouTube a lot more, doing these longer videos, as well as TikTok and Instagram will have shorter videos. So don't forget to follow, like, comment, subscribe, share. And I hope this video helped you. Write down your judgmental perception that's in your mind right now that's causing your irritation, boredom, anger, sadness. Go get the book. And there's a worksheet at the back that will help you to cleanse out that ingrained perception, cleanse out that ingrained belief system, cleanse out that narrative that does not serve you. Hope this video helps you guys, and see you on the next one. Take care now.